Another modern mythology is that if you cannot do anything about something negative, then you shouldn't speak about it. And when I say modernity, for anybody who understands my views, I mean Americanism. That is, all us children of the so-called West, all us who were born and raised under the umbrella of this empire that is now slowly dying. We've been propagandized to such an extent as I don't think any other generation in the past, especially us, the generation that was raised by television, from the boomers onwards. In other words, a lot of us have been indoctrinated by certain perspectives, certain catchphrases, certain ideas that we repeat without even knowing or understanding them. So I'm going to be exploring these in this section, which I call modern myths. So one is that whoever speaks of something that he considers true, he benefits from it. This is so innate in the psychosis of the Americanized, modern, brainwashed midwit and the dimwit, that he takes it for granted. He always assumes, and most of the time he is correct, because midwits and dimwits are the majority, so he's playing the odds, that whenever a truth is being spoken, that the speaker benefits from it. He has no understanding of objectivity. He assumes everything is subjective. So that means that when somebody believes something is true, that he gains something. He has some interest tied into what he considers the truth. This is the foundation of the Western psychotic intersubjective mindset. The other is that if you cannot offer a solution to something negative, that is something that the midwit and the dimwit is threatened by and cannot challenge, cannot deny as being the truth, then it must be accompanied with a solution. That is, you must remain silent unless, along with the negative commentary that you offer a solution. This is why everything becomes a phobia. A homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia. Because for the midwit, the postmodern, modern midwit and dimwit, but this is more obvious in the midwit, who should know better because he at least has an average IQ. The dimwit is just too idiotic. He just follows, he just parrots things. But the midwit, at least he has the ability to understand up to a certain level. He has an average IQ to understand, but he cannot overcome the psychology that I'm describing here. So for the midwit, when something negative is said about the Jews, about women, about other races, then the speaker must be suffering from some kind of psychosis, because there's no other reason why anybody would say anything negative about anything that they consider sacred or a protective class or above reproach. So whenever they hear something negative about these protective classes that threatens them, that threatens their worldview, it must be due to some kind of trauma, some kind of phobia, or the speaker benefits from it. He has some vested interest in what he's saying. He benefits from it personally. He gains from it. They can't understand why anybody would consider something true when it's not in their self-interest. And in this, they expose their own motives, their own reasons for believing in anything. Because the midwit always believes something is true because it benefits them. They have no ability to be objective. Objectivity is alien. They don't even believe that it's possible for some of them. Like a dog can understand a human's thinking. For a dog, or let's say a chimpanzee, human thinking is incomprehensible. Same thing with the midwit. He can't understand what is above its ability to comprehend. For him, it's magic talk. This talking about objectivity is mysterious. It's incomprehensible. It's not even real. It must not exist. This is how the midwit thinks. So therefore, for the midwit, whenever something negative is spoken, either it has to be accompanied with a solution. Otherwise, why speak it, right? Why say anything negative? Because everything must be positive. What did Spengler say? Optimism is cowardice, and the midwit is a coward. Fear is what controls his thinking. Anxiety. That's why he always accuses anybody who says something that threatens him of being afraid. He projects his fear upon the source of his anxieties. Whatever makes him feel afraid, he accuses of being afraid. And this is true even for above average intelligence people, because fear corrupts our thinking. I've met very intelligent people who were so weak that their thinking was clouded by their anxieties. For this reason, the philosophical acumen is very rare. That's why there's very few philosophers in the world, and it's costly, because it takes a certain constitution, because it wears the psychology down to see so much that is negative and that you can do nothing about. It wears you down. So the midwit has an excuse here. He can say, I would rather survive than see the truth, than acknowledge the truth. Because he's at his core, he's a hedonist. He places his own survival, above everything, including integrity, including the truth. He doesn't care about the truth if it doesn't gratify some desire of his, or it doesn't satisfy some need. And this, he's a pragmatist. Even a lie should be considered the truth if it's useful to the average midwit, the average modern.